Hi, I'm Jason Roberts. I'm a filmmaker and commercial fisherman from Neah Bay, Washington. Earlier this summer, we hauled out my 75-foot fishing boat called the Angela Carroll. We started out in my home port of Neah Bay, Washington, and ran up the Straits of Juan de Fuca to Port Townsend where the shipyard is. When we arrived, we pulled under the 300-ton boat lift. The yard crew was waiting, and they strapped up the boat and lifted it out of the water. The boat was then moved to the wash area. This is where we scraped off the mussels and barnacles and pressure washed the hull. It took about 2 hours to finish.
Okay, so we're done spraying now. They're gonna go park the boat.
After the boat was blocked up, we waited for it to dry to start working. The first phase of the haul out was to tarp off the boat and grind the areas of the hull that needed to be primed for painting.
We've been grinding about half the day now. We're about halfway down the boat. We're gonna try to finish up this whole side here by the end of the day. It's really hard work. Pretty tired, so we'll see how long I hold up.
We wore respirators while we worked because the dust from the hull is toxic. We started off with small respirators, but they were fogging up too much. We ended up using full face ones in the end. While we were grinding on the bottom, we found a few welds that needed to be reinforced. One seam at the back of the boat had been worn down from where the net drags as we haul gear. We also found the prop was bent. We were on a tight schedule, so we had to fix it in place. After the prop was done, we began painting the bottom. We started out with a rust converter which goes onto the bare metal called core seal. Then a coat of green zinc primer called 302H. Finally, the bottom paint was applied. Our kids even helped a little, although I think they got more paint on them than the boat. It took a while to clean them up. The last thing to go on was the zincs. I like to use a bolt-on zinc because they are easier to replace. After the bottom was painted, it was time to go back in the water. Although tired, I was relieved to be done. All in all, the haul out went pretty smooth. Even though it was expensive, I'm happy to know that the boat will be in good shape for a couple more years. With a freshly painted bottom and a straightened prop, I gained 2 knots of speed. This will get me home and out early every day when I'm out fishing.
Well, this tow really saved us. Probably paid for my whole haul out just on that one tow alone. But that's gonna be a lot of work for 2 guys, so we're gonna be at it for a while.
We can do it.